Welcome everyone. Today we're going to crack the code on all-day energy, especially for those of you deep in the hustle of an apprenticeship. If you're constantly feeling wiped out by the end of the day, well, you are definitely in the right place. We're going to dive into some super simple but powerful ways to fuel your focus and keep those energy levels solid without any weird diets or expensive potions.
Okay, let's get right into it. First up, we need to talk about something we all know and, well, hate, that dreaded afternoon slump. You know the feeling. It's like your brain just decides to clock out for a siesta without telling you. We're calling it the 3 p.m. zombie zone, and it's high time we planned a great escape.
Just think about it for a sec. Does that slump basically tell you when you can focus and when you can't? Does it turn your study time into a contest to see who can stare at a page the longest without blinking? Yeah, if that sounds familiar, it's time for a change. That slump is a terrible manager.
So, that's the plan. We are gonna fire that slump for good. We're taking back control. And the best part is, it is way simpler than you think. This isn't about some massive life overhaul, just a few smart moves to outwit that afternoon energy drain.
So what is the big secret to having steady energy all day long? It's not a magic pill or some quick fix you see online. Nope. It's something absolutely essential for keeping your entire system running smoothly. And honestly, it's something most of us just forget about.
I love this way of thinking about it. If your body is this high-performance engine, then fluids, water, tea, whatever, that's the oil. It's not the gas, it's not the fuel, but without it, the whole engine just seizes up and grinds to a halt. Seriously, good hydration is what keeps your brain from going on strike.
And here's the magic number, about 6 to 8 drinks a day. But hold on, before you imagine drowning yourself in 8 pints of water, remember, your morning coffee, your afternoon tea, even a bowl of soup, it all counts towards that total. The goal here is just to be consistent.
And you can forget about downloading another tracking app for this. Your body has a built-in hydration gauge, and it's your pee. This little test is the easiest way to know if you're a hydration hero or if your brain is sending out a desperate SOS. A quick glance is all it takes. So, once the oil is sorted, you need the right fuel. Let's talk about how regular, balanced meals can keep that engine humming all day. Getting the hydration right is step 1, this is step 2.
Breakfast is your first big chance to set the tone for the whole day. And look, it doesn't need to be fancy. We're talking about things that are fast and effective. You can prep overnight oats the night before, or just have a sandwich with some chicken or hummus ready to go. The goal is just to get some slow-burning energy in the tank.
I absolutely love this quote because it is so true. A real lunch is your secret weapon against that 3 p.m. slump and, the siren song of the office biscuit tray. A whole grain wrap, a good soup, or even just leftovers from dinner will save your willpower for the important stuff.
And dinner doesn't have to be complicated either. Forget about counting every single calorie. Just use your hand as a guide. It's that simple. This little rule makes sure you get a balanced, satisfying meal that refuels you properly, and you don't need a spreadsheet to figure it out. All right, let's talk about those danger zones, the moments between meals. This is all about being strategic, not about being miserable. It's time to win that daily war against the vending machine without having to become the fun police.
Here's your first line of defense, the water first rule. It's so simple. Before you grab a snack, just drink a glass of water. Give it a few minutes. It is amazing how often our brain gets the signals for thirst and hunger mixed up. This little pause can change everything. And hey, when you do need a snack, being prepared is everything. Having options like these ready to go means you're never at the mercy of whatever junk is closest. It's not about being super strict, it's just about having a smarter option in your back pocket. Now for our good friend, caffeine. Look, coffee is great, but it needs a curfew. That late afternoon cup might feel like a lifesaver, but it can mess with your sleep, which means you're just borrowing energy from tomorrow. So think of 2 p.m. as last call, and then switch over to decaf or herbal tea. And when you feel that slump coming on, just remember this: movement is medicine. That can of rocket fuel might give you a quick jolt, sure, but it's almost always followed by a nasty crash. A quick 10-minute walk, though, it gets your blood flowing, clears your head, and gives you a much cleaner, more sustainable energy boost.
Okay, this all sounds great in a perfect world, right? But what about real life? When you're on a budget, you're short on time, and things just don't go to plan. Let's get real and talk about how to actually make this work.
You know what? The best news is that fueling your body well does not have to be expensive. In fact, some of the biggest wins here are the cheapest. Tap water is free, making your own tea and coffee costs pennies, and things like tinned beans and frozen veg are your absolute best friends on a budget.
A little bit of prep makes a huge difference. Try creating a small energy kit that you can just keep at your desk or in your locker or even in your van. This little stash means that when a meeting runs long or you get stuck on site, you've got a solid option and aren't forced to hit the vending machine.
And this might be the most important thing we talk about today. Life gets messy. You are going to have days where none of this works out. The goal isn't to be perfect, the goal is to just make the next choice a good one. You skip breakfast? Fine, have a solid lunch. Ate the whole biscuit tray? Make sure dinner is a good one. Just get back on track.
That's the real secret right there. Consistency is always going to beat short bursts of perfection. It's the small, steady habits that you do most of the time that build real, lasting energy. So don't aim for one perfect day, aim for a week of good enough.
So here's the bottom line. You are in control of your energy. But please, don't try to change your entire life overnight. That's just a recipe for getting overwhelmed and quitting. Instead, just pick one small thing from everything we've talked about and try it tomorrow. What's it gonna be? Will you pack a water bottle? Prep some overnight oats? Maybe set that caffeine curfew. Your one simple upgrade is the first step to finally firing that 3 p.m. slump for good.